What consists a kinky party? What do you need to be aware of as an organizer and also as a attendant?
There's a huge spectrum of different types of kinky parties. So basically, there is from kinky raves where you have people walking around in their harnesses and their kinky rave clothes. But it's not very sexual. Okay. This is one extreme. On the other hand, you have parties where the music really doesn't matter and it's just about having intimate relations. So, but on this scale, there is a lot of different types of parties. There are some parties that are more esoteric. There are some parties that are more sensual. There's some parties that are more about the rave. Some parties, of course, also for all orientations, whether it's gay or straight or bi, or whether it's for BDSM or fetish. So there's very, very different types of parties.
And how is that? How can you identify to which party do you want to attend?
It depends on the person. I always say that a kinky party carries the signature of the maker.
Okay.
And it's for us in our case, we wanted something nice, kind of cozy, very good music, and very sexual, but in a nice way, And it was funny because in the very beginning, the balance of men and women is always a question, of course. Yeah. So at the very beginning, there were too many women, which is it sounds nice. It sounds great, but if women go home not satisfied, that's like not the best.
No, you will not get good reviews.
Not so much. Then it was a moment where we had too many men. At some point, it got into a perfect balance, and also the audience, the guests started becoming more open and really enjoying it. And also what we did is that we always made the club look very nice, and we always built something new, the
decoration and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
But what would you say would be the right balance between men and women? It has to be a little bit more women or a little bit more men. What would you say is the perfect balance?
So, for example, if you have a couples party, you have the disadvantage that the couples are always focused on each other, even if they're not necessarily a couple, but it's the person whom they came with,
Yeah.
So it's always nice to have a certain amount of people who are single, who are happy to play.
Play is an interesting word that is very used also.
Of course.
As it makes it sound more fun.
It is, yeah, of course. And it is. It's an exchange of energy at the end of the day, But the ideal mix is usually a little bit more men than women, but just a tiny bit more.
Okay, interesting. Because I would have imagined that a little bit more women is maybe better. But okay, if you consider that some guys might be shy, then rather to have a bit more men. So I don't know. I'm trying just to run the logic why a little bit more men is better. But yeah, that's the point that you say is very interesting, that if women go there and then they end up unsatisfied for that night, that makes a bad reputation, which for a guy is almost like pretty normal to go back home.
There is no disappointment.
There's no disappointment. It's just another Saturday.
There's something very true to that, yes.